Hi, my name is Rose Castillo with Crafty Night Owls. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I wanted to show you this cute Christmas card using the Jolly Friends and the Merry Medley stamp set. Now, isn't this moose just adorable? I just think he is so cute. I have loved him from the very beginning when I first saw him and had to buy him, and then I hadn't had any time to play with him. And I haven't really been quite in the Christmas spirit for cards. You know, it is kind of early still. But with Christmas cards, you've got to get working on those early, especially if you have a lot of them to do. So, when I get in that mode, I usually get on Pinterest and I look up people's ideas and I copy them, and it kind of gets me flowing. And so I case some stuff, and then it kind of gets me in the flow of working through coming up with my own stuff. So I didn't actually case anything from this stamp set. I used another stamp set and I cased a couple of things and worked on some stuff for Stamp Club, and then I sat down and I was able to create this card with no problem. So I just love it when it happens like that, because I get in little funks, I don't know about you, where I'm like, I just come in here and I stare at my stuff and think I have no ideas. And so it was fun to be able to sit down and finally create a card with no problems. And I just think it came out super cute. I love the no line stamping or watercoloring, and I think it is super cute. And you can still see my lines, but they're just not as harsh as you would see if it was stamped in black. So Jolly Friends also has a coordinating punch. Now this punch and stamp set can be bought in a bundle and you can save 10%. Who doesn't love savings? And so that is a good buy. And then there's this stamp set called Merry Medley, which is just a large background stamp set, and it is full of just words that are Christmassy. So I like that. That was another stamp set that I got in the very beginning when demonstrators were able to order early. Those were a couple of the ones that I chose. We will also be using the circle framelets, which come with regular circles and scallop circles, and I used the largest one here. And then Stampin' Up! Just released these this month. They're the stitched framelets, stitch shapes framelets, sorry. And they are $30 for the set of 12, and you get the circles, squares, and ovals all in one set. And this month they are offering 25% off these stamp sets that coordinate very well with these shapes. And so if you would like to order those, make sure and visit my online store at www.rosecastillo.stampinup.net, and you can place an order. I would get these if I were you. They're just super cute. I love them. I've already used them a couple of times on a couple of different projects, and I just love the way that they look. They just add that extra detail. Let me show you. I already cut out the circle that we're going to use today, and I just love that little stitched edge. And you don't have to go around and use a paper piercer to get it yourself. So it saves a lot of time. We're going to layer it on this scallop circle here. And then I got a piece of crumb cake I've already scored and folded, and we are going to stamp the background on that. And let's go ahead and get started. Now, I don't know about you, but I have already started my Christmas shopping because I like to get a head start. So I've been looking for deals and everything like that. And now I'm kind of, okay, let's get through Thanksgiving and start decorating for Christmas. I love Christmas. I love fall too. Fall's actually my favorite. And so we decorate our house all in fall decor. And then, as soon as Thanksgiving is over, I pull out all the Christmas stuff and I start decorating for Christmas. So I'm excited. My kids are already excited about Christmas. They have been looking through the toy catalogs that came in the mail and, you know, telling us they want everything that's in there. What kid doesn't want everything in there? All right, let's see. Pretty good. I like to put my paper on there whenever possible and just kind of put my pressure all over the paper, and it gives you a good image. In most cases, I got a couple of spots, but I like the look. I'm also going to use a sponge that I have here with my little clothespin, pick up some ink, and just go around the edges to give it a kind of a vintagey look. And I love sponging. I like the look of it. And okay, so that's fast and done. So my card base is done. It will lighten up as it kind of dries, so I'm going to set this aside here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some watercoloring. I'm going to get a piece of watercolor paper, and you can find this in our catalog, in our annual catalog. And I'm going to stamp my mousse, and we'll just put them right down here in the corner. And then I'm actually going to watercolor with my Aqua Painter, and I'm going to use Sahara sand and soft suede. Now let's squeeze, and then when you do that you get a little puddle of ink right there, and squeeze. And then I'm going to start out with, oh man, that had old olive on it from earlier. Let me get that off. I'm just wiping my brush till it goes clean. Okay, so let me pick up that green and wipe it off. I'm afraid that I might be starting to get a cold. My throat is so prickly right now, so I apologize if I'm a little hoarse while I'm talking. Okay, so I'm just going to take the Sahara sand and I'm going to color in his face. And it's going just to be a light sandy brown color, and I'm going to color in his whole entire face. Now I'm going to move over to my soft suede, and I'm going to start on the antlers, letting my face kind of dry a little bit. And hopefully, I kind of got a lot of water on my brush, so I'm going to take some of that off and kind of pick up some more color and move that in. It will dry, and if you want to speed up your drying process at any point, you could always use your heat tool. Let's do this side. Yeah, that's much better. Not as much water on my brush, so try not to squeeze when at all possible your brush, because it'll just release more water, and then sometimes it'll get too much water and then it kind of gets really messy. Okay, so we're going to just add some more dark down at the bottom and then kind of work our way up so that it lightens a little bit. And this is just to give our image some color. That didn't work so well on that side. I mean some dimension. I'm sorry, not some color. Of course it's giving it color. Okay, so let's keep adding a little bit more down here. Kind of where it would be a shadow, and that looks good. Now I'm going to kind of lighten up a little bit, and I'm going to go around the edges and add a little bit darker just around the outside of my mousse's face, leaving the center pretty light. Okay, so let's do this. And if you need to, you can just wipe some off on your scratch paper and go from there. Now I'm going to add some right down here, and then just use my brush to kind of blend that in. Okay, so then the last thing I want to do to my little mousse is I'm going to pick up some of the color where it's dark, and then I'm going to go back and go right over the nostrils and the eyes and the eyebrows. I'm going to paint his eyebrows back on so that they're not super light, because I've gone over them with the water or the Aqua Painter, and that'll lighten them up because it's a water-based ink. So just kind of go like that. I'll even go over his hair a little bit, although I think that's hidden from the hat, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, so I hopefully have showed you how to do that pretty well. And then the next thing I would do is I would actually cut him out by hand, because there's no die and there is no punch for him. So I would cut him out to save some time. I've already done one and he's right there, but I'm going to show you the steps that I used to make him. So let's see. Let's also bring this over here. I actually stamped his hat in real red, and when I did that, I thought, oh man, oh, that didn't stamp very well. Let me ink that up. It just looked real harsh, and with him looking really watercolored, I thought, that doesn't look like it matches very well. How can I change that? So I got my Aqua Painter, and I actually went over the image, and with my Aqua Painter, let me clean it off real quick. But I didn't, you don't want a lot of water in your brush, so I'll just kind of go like this and take some of the water off, and then I just went over the image. And after I did that to the entire thing, it made it look like I had watercolored it. Try not to go outside the edges. That'll make it look messy. But if you do that, it just gives you that watercolored look, and then it matches really well with your stamped image. How do you like that? I like it. Oh, see, I'm making a mess here. Can't do anything on camera. Okay, so let's pick up some green. We're gonna color in this here. And just kind of go over it. I'm not. You can darken some areas if you'd like. And that's all done. And then you can use your punch to punch it out. So let's go first with the little rim of the hat. Actually, I'll turn it over so it doesn't fly everywhere. Contain it. And then let's cut this off because it's in the way of that hat. And whoo, see, it went flying. Okay, let's set that aside. We've got our, oops, I'm moving everything. Let's see, we've got our little hat there. Here's our watercolored hat. And then I just put these together with some mono adhesive to glue the rim on. And then you'll see the back of this moose. I just am holding the hat together and the moose together with a dimensional. Added another one, and I would probably even add in like a half to each antler, and maybe one up there at the top. Let's see. Okay, so my moose is all done. Move those aside. Close this up so I don't wet anything that I don't mean to. And let's see, the next step would be just to, we're going to have our card base. Here is my scallop circle. Here is my stitched edge circle, and I'm just going to add some sponging to these so that it matches my card base. And it kind of has that vintagey look. And then I have a piece of old olive. This is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. I am just going to hand cut this. Let's go that, and there. Just go up the center, meet it from each edge, and I got my little flag. Okay, let's get those little pieces out. I'm going to also sponge this, and then I took my bone folder and I kind of, first I went down and I went up and I kind of curled these a little bit. And then, as simple as that, I added some glue. I didn't go all the way to the ends of the flags because I wanted that to kind of stick up a little bit. And then I am adding that here. We'll put some mono adhesive here and just assemble. This card is simple and cute. I love it. What kind of Christmas cards are you planning this year? If you need supplies for any of your Christmas cards, make sure to visit my online store. I appreciate any and all business that you give me. It just helps me to continue on as a demonstrator, and I am working really hard right now to make the next level of Silver Elite. I would just love to be able to promote in my business, and I am working really hard at increasing my sales. So anything that you want to order, make sure to visit my online store. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And so let's peel these off, just using those edges of my dimensionals. And then I kind of got a little spot there, but I think this will hide it. Peel these dimensional backings off, and we are almost done. I just love the way this card turned out. And last but not least, we're going to add a mini jingle bell from these little jingle bells that we're selling in the holiday catalog. Aren't they cute? And they even jingle. You can hear them. And I'm just going to add that with a glue dot if I can find them. Here they are. And I'm just going to kind of roll it up a little bit so that it's not as wide. And we can add that right there onto the front of my little hat. And isn't that cute? You can hear it jingle. I just love this card. How about you? I think that it came out super cute. And I hope that you like it. If you would like to continue to see videos by me, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.